Yeah, just a quick review of the ComfyBrace copper infused compression arthritis gloves. So these are made mainly for people that have hand arthritis, although people are using them for a lot of other things too. But made specifically, for people that have hand arthritis and are experiencing like pain, stiffness, that kind of thing. So they work to help decrease these symptoms in two main ways. The first way is that they provide compression, and compression helps decrease swelling. So you get the swelling out of your hand, out of the joints. You'll be able to move your fingers a lot better, and the pain's just a lot less. The other thing these things do is they provide warmth, and we all know that heat always helps arthritic symptoms. Gets the circulation going, everything gets less stiff, moving better, and then in turn you're feeling better. So a few points about these particular gloves. They do have an open finger design, which I really like. So let's say now you have trouble doing things like, sewing or knitting or something like that, or even working your phone. If the glove went up through covered all your fingers, you wouldn't be able to do that very well. But if you put these gloves on, you get the benefit of decreased pain, and you're also able to do a lot of activities that you normally couldn't before. The other thing I like about these is they do have an anti-slip grip. So that's kind of a big deal because a lot of people with hand arthritis have a weak grip. And so, if you have more friction in your hand, you don't have to be as strong to hold something. So that's just kind of a big deal. So I really like that feature. So permanent versus temporary relief, how does that work? Obviously, these are going to give you the most relief when you have them on. Your hands are getting warmer, you get some of that swelling out, and then maybe like 30 to 60 minutes afterwards, and you might still be feeling pretty good. But basically, while they're on is really when they work. You're really going to have the less hand symptoms. But I think there is a way actually to use these gloves to get more permanent relief, but you have to use it in conjunction with another treatment. So really it's going to take like a multi-pronged treatment approach to get you to where you want to be. So let's say, the gloves, put the gloves on, hey, they work okay while I have them on, take them off, not so much. But there are other things that will help arthritis. We all know like exercise is a proven treatment to help arthritic symptoms. We all know that if you get your hands stronger, you get them more flexible, you're going to be feeling a lot better. But you can't do any exercise right now because your hands hurt. So what you do is you put on these gloves, then after about 30 or 60 minutes, it'll enable you to do some exercises that will, week by week, give you that longer term pain relief. So for instance, I'll just use this book as an example, Treat Your Own Hand and Thumb Osteoarthritis. Got a neat little program in it. As an example, range of motion exercises. So if you go to like occupational therapy or hand therapy, they're always going to have you do range of motion exercises. And why is that? Well, one of the big reasons is because your hands, the joints in your hands are synovial joints, and they have synovial fluid in them. That synovial fluid brings nutrition to the joints and the articular cartilage. And how does that get spread around? Well, through motion. So if you have like hand arthritis and you can't really move your fingers through the full range of motion, you're not really getting that synovial fluid spread around to the whole parts of the joint that it's supposed to. And so your cartilage could suffer from that. So here again, you get range of motion, you get that synovial fluid spread around. The health of your articular cartilage is going to be a lot better. Other things making your hands stronger. You don't need to spend all day exercising. Just a couple good exercises here to strengthen specific muscles in your hand. And once your hand's stronger, they're going to be actually feeling a little better too. Here's something for base of the thumb arthritis, which is often overlooked, also called carpal metacarpal joint arthritis. A lot of people get that as they get older, especially females. I think it's due to hormonal changes in the ligaments. The ligaments hold bones to bones, and so if the ligaments get a little lax, you're going to get excessive motion in that joint, and so that's going to kind of wear down the articular cartilage, a little bit of joint instability. Close up of that joint. But hey, look, there's a muscle called your abductor pollicis longus, and it goes directly to the problem joint down there where you're having all the pain at. And so if you strengthen that muscle, you're going to get greater joint stability, and the more stability you get, the less symptoms you're going to have. And we're talking about just doing this exercise like a couple times a week, like with a rubber band. So yeah, actually a lot you can do to get permanent relief, but hey, maybe you can't do it right now because your hands are hurting. Put on the gloves, you'll be able to do the exercises, and you get that carryover. So yeah, great pair of gloves, definitely. Check them out.